Want to speak real Dutch from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at DutchPod101.com.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So, access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye! To master a new language and understand everything as soon as you hear it, to read with just a quick glance and speak smoothly without thinking, you need to review. Here are our top 5 review tactics. Number 1, listen to examples over and over again. By listening closely and often, you start to pick up the rhythm of a language, as well as correct pronunciation from a native speaker. Use our line-by-line feature that lets you both listen and read along. Use this tool to practice as much as possible. Number 2, use our voice recording tool to master perfect pronunciation. Record yourself and compare it against the native speaker. If you sound different, then repeat after the native speaker until you're able to match them. Use our voice recording feature, which makes recording super easy. Number 3. Master your recorded conversations. Record conversations and go over them again and again. Master entire conversations and repeat them line by line. Use any of the dialogues available for download on our website. These come with transcripts of the entire conversation. Number 4. Use mobile devices to reinforce previously learned conversations. Constant review is the best way to progress in your language studies. Download the recorded dialogue to your mobile device and incorporate it into your music playlist. Quick reviews throughout the day effectively reinforce what you've learned. Number 5. Read with line-by-line notes. Read along with a native speaker to really master pronunciation and natural intonation. You should start slow at first, then slowly increase your speed. Your pronunciation will become more natural. You will also see that your ability to understand fluent speakers will greatly increase. You'll be able to improve your communication skills using these 5 simple review techniques. Increase your understanding of your target language. And remember, if you're interested in getting all these review tools, sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start reviewing more every day.
Hallo allemaal, ik heet Gabriella. Hi everybody, I'm Gabriella. Welcome to DutchPod101.com's Nederlands in 3 minuten. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Dutch. In the last lesson, we learned how to use the verb hebben, to have, in the negative form. In this lesson, we will start to learn about Dutch adjectives and how to use them properly. So the basic rule to know is that in Dutch, adjectives come before the noun. Also, the adjective can change slightly depending on the gender of the noun, which article is used, and whether it's singular or plural. In Dutch, there are 3 articles, een, which means a, and de and het, which both mean the. We use de for feminine and masculine nouns, while we use het for neuter nouns. Let's give an example. House, which means house, is a neuter noun. When you want to say that a house is nice, you could say, that is a nice house. Dat is een leuk huis. But you could also say, the nice house. Het leuke huis. What's the difference? Nice, leuk, changes slightly in the second form. So it's leuk when you use the particle een, a. But when you use het, the, it's leuke. So you just take the adjective and add an e at the end. Pay attention, because this is only the case with neuter nouns. For instance, when you want to say that a woman is funny, the adjective doesn't change even if you use different particles. You can say een grappige vrouw or de grappige vrouw. Literally, these mean a funny woman and the funny woman. Vrouw means woman and grappig is funny. As you can see, in both cases, we use the adjective grappig, and we add an e at the end. It's easy, isn't it? The same rule applies to adjectives combined with masculine nouns. To recap, grappige, the adjective with an e, is used with both masculine and feminine nouns, while grappig is used with neuter nouns, but only if the particle een is used instead of het. Here are a few more examples of adjectives in both forms. Aardig means kind. Depending on the noun, it can change to aardige. Mooi means beautiful, and it can change to mooie. And finally, warm means warm, so it's the same as in English. Warm can change into warme, again depending on the noun and the particle. Now, let's find out how to use the adjective with a noun that is plural. It's actually really simple, because we use the same rule as in singular. you just add an E at the end. So with masculine and feminine nouns, the adjective stays exactly the same. Grappige Frau, funny woman in plural, is grappige Frauen. The difference is that with neuter nouns, you add an E to the end. So leuk huis, nice house, becomes leuke huizen. As you can see, leuk becomes leuke. To practice this switch, let's use another example. When you want to say a beautiful girl, it is een mooi meisje. Mooi means beautiful, as we've seen, and meisje is girl. Meisje is a neuter noun, and because you use the particle een, the adjective is mooi. However, in plural, it becomes de mooie meisjes, the beautiful girls. So mooi becomes mooie. Now it's time for Gabriella's insights. If you want to emphasize an adjective in Dutch, you can use the words heel or erg before the adjective. For example, heel mooi, which means really beautiful, or erg lekker, which means really delicious. In this lesson, we learned how to use adjectives in Dutch and how to make them agree with nouns. Next time, we'll learn the basic uses of the verb gaan, which means to go, so that you will be able to say sentences like, I'm going to school. I'll be waiting for you in the next Nederlands in 3 minuten lesson. Tot ziens!